Hi everyone, how's everyone doing here today? Thank you for watching. It's a beautiful day out in the park, so I hope you're all doing well. And slowly growing my hair back. In a few weeks I should have a full head of hair in no time. Anyhow, what I've been noticing with friends on TikTok and other social media is, they're having a lot of ill feelings. We're in a bleak time here politically. Things have gotten pretty toxic. And unfortunately, it's just one bad headline after the other. And some of the advice I've been putting out, which motivated me to create this video, is I get it. I sympathize. I really do. And I know it's hard. We are in a difficult time right now, okay? Our country is falling into fascism, and it's not going to go away anytime soon, but we can get through this. Now, I understand why you may want to vent some of your, sorrows or frustrations, but I say there are some alternatives where you can take those emotions and turn it into action. It may not be much, but collectively, it can help build up some resistance and also bring about some of the changes that we need, okay? Here's one example. Going to protests. There are protests going on throughout the country ever since the Orange Taco Man got back into office. And it hasn't stopped. It hasn't let up. Sometimes there are, large scales, massive crowds, and sometimes they're just really small protests. I've been going to them all the time. Mind you, peacefully protest. Don't vandalize. Don't do anything destructive. Don't engage into, pro-Trump supporters, which sometimes they do show up. But just keep it peacefully, please. That's one thing you can do. But that's not enough. And if you have trouble locating them, there's groups like the 50-51 movement. Look up their website, or you go to mobilize.us.us. They list different things going on. In addition to that, another thing you could do is volunteer. The midterms are coming up in November the 4th to be exact. And me, I'm more focused on local candidates in my area, but I'm also focusing on certain seats in other states, like Susan Collins. Her seat is in jeopardy. So I can't be there to do certain initiatives, but I've been volunteering to the candidate. I'm blanking on his name. But these are things you can look up. Look up at what's coming up in your area in November. You can do canvassing, going door to door to spread information. Believe it or not, when I've been putting out info, some people didn't know about up and coming elections. So you're spreading the information, encourage them to get on board and vote. Phone banking, that's a good way to reach out to people. If face-to-face interactions is not really your thing, you don't feel comfortable with it, or, can't handle the weather, sometimes it gets really hot. And I always joke, I say, well, rather than go to the beach, I'm out here speaking to you kind voters, trying to tan my bald spot and everything and stuff like that. Jokes aside, you can also do phone banking, where there's different candidates you can reach out to at certain hours, or you can do it at times that's more convenient for you. There are ways they can do it through an app, which makes it more convenient, or I use Google Voice. It's a little slower, but it gives me a little bit more control. That's the thing you can do. If talking is not really your thing, if you're more the quiet type, I get it. Sometimes there are event and candidates that put out postcards. Swing Left is another source that puts out postcards to voters in swing states. That's where you could do it. Forward Left is another one that does letter writing. You can go to those websites and everything, and you can get information like that. Later, I'll put some of those sites in the comments, okay? If you don't want to talk, you can do plenty of writing and sending out postcards and stuff, as many as you want. There's also ways you can send out information via texting, okay? That's probably the simplest one. Or if you don't really have the time, you're too busy, a donation will do. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of money. I get it. Some of us are feeling the financial pinch with tariffs and all that stuff, but donations is a great way to get out. And the other thing is, you're doing that to bring about change. It may not be much, but like I said, collectively, it can help make a difference. And if come the midterms, we can find a way to swing things to give the Democrats more of a majority in the Senate and the House, that's going to make Trump's job a hell of a lot harder. And as if his health issues aren't doing bad, all right? The guy's looking like shit. That's nothing new, but lately he's been looking worse. So believe me, he's feeling the gloom too. So let's keep the pressure on. Keep up with the protests or do up with volunteer initiatives. And the other thing is, this is most important, self-care. take it. I know the news is glooming and everything. It makes everything look bleak. That's why you got to take the time to go out and just do things for yourself. Maybe once a week or sometime midweek after hours, depending on what your schedule's like. Go out and do something with some friends. Whatever it is. Go see a movie. Go to a restaurant. Go to a restaurant you've never been to before. Specifically a small business that you can help them out. Small businesses are feeling the pinch. And just take some time for yourself. Don't talk about news. Don't talk about politics. Talk about anything but that. Give your brain a chance to decompress. Because like I said, it's easy to focus on all the negativity and be down about it. Again, I get it. But you got to sometimes put that aside and just make some time for yourself. It's not being selfish, it's being smart. Because if you're not having a healthy living, not just by eating or exercising, you need to take some time to yourself and enjoy life. Me, I like to do karaoke sometimes. You may have seen some of my YouTube videos. They look silly and all, but I'm having fun. Sometimes me and the missus, we go out and we try something different, like once a week. We'll either go to a restaurant we've been to, or I'll look for something new to try. But bottom line is, self-care is equally important. When you start doing that, you start to find more balance. Things are going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Don't get me wrong, I do feel the gloom sometimes, but I try and make the best of it. When I'm doing out there, like I said, canvassing or phone banking, I feel good. It makes me feel like I'm helping make a difference. Maybe it'll amount to something, maybe it won't. But I know doing nothing, just focusing on all the negativity, is not going to do anything much. If anything, it's going to make me feel worse. I get why you put out the videos like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shame or trivialize whatever, bad feelings you're having right now. But we got to get through it and put it aside and work together. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But if we do things, you're going to find you're going to feel a bit better about yourself. Okay? And if you got any ideas, by all means, feel free to leave a comment. I don't have all the answers, but I know this helps a lot. Getting involved, volunteering, going to protests. I document, I photograph them all the time. I'm sure you've seen many of my pictures on Instagram and other social media, as well as TikTok. Like I said, self-care, and try and make the best of it, all right? Because we're all in this together. We're all being impacted differently, but in the end, we're all in this. So we've got to do what we can, not just for ourselves, but for our communities and the people around us. So, I know I'm starting to sound like Tony Robbins here. So anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand, and I really hope it gets better, okay? Because unlike certain other people out there, I do care what happens to people. Not just the people that I know, the people around me, but also going on in places that we can help make a difference. Charity, all right? Take care, and I'll talk to you later.